Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world. So, in the 70s, movies had died out. Adventure movies were gone, the World War II movies were out of style, westerns were gone, and they weren't making the musicals anymore, and the stables of classic movie stars gave way. The blockbuster movie studios started to fade, being replaced by independent producers and directors that were making more trendy but less substantive movies. And with the advent of television programming hitting an all time high for family viewing, people really just stopped going to the movies. Sure, there was an occasional blockbuster like The Exorcist, The Godfather, and Star Wars, but otherwise the movie theaters in the 70s started to become a thing of the past. So it was 1976, and we heard about a new movie coming out. It was generally described as a boxing movie. Now, boxing was very popular in its heyday, especially with the Friday night fights broadcast every week on ABC TV, but it started to die out until a new boxing champion emerged, someone who was like a Superman who couldn't be beat, an Olympic champion, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. He reinvigorated the sport and brought out all these heavyweight challengers. And when teamed with the quintessential announcer Howard Cosell, boxing rose to new heights in America. So now to 1976 in this new movie. Most people thought that it was just another movie, but about boxing. No one had any idea of the depth and emotion this had, or the character arc, the suspense, the drama, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. No one knew that it would develop a fan base unmatched by virtually any other movie in decades. And that movie was Rocky. I'm not going to recap the movie for you. Everyone knows Rocky or should watch it, and watch it on the big screen for the real impact. But it was sharply written, and that's why it was such a great success. This was a series that people could relate to. It had heart, it had humor, it had drama and adventure, and it had an excellent cast that together had chemistry and worked so well. People in movie theaters all over the world were standing and cheering at the end of the movie like for no other movie ever. And Sylvester Stallone portrayed Rocky as a down on his luck guy who never accomplished anything in his life, someone rough around the edges, but who deep down had a good heart. You can see the complexities of the protagonist begin to develop. Anyway, the movie was an action movie, yes, but it went well beyond that, and the choreographed fight sequences were some of the best ever scripted. But even more, throughout the movie franchise, Rocky came up with some good advice, pearls of wisdom, and I wanted to present 5 of them here, but stay with me to the end because there are 5 other quotes you absolutely have to see. So here they are, what I call 5 Rockyisms. It ain't over until it's over. Rocky believed in the great comebacks. He was always an underdog, but knew somehow that he could go the distance, and at some point your luck turns, and you have a real shot at success. Just hang in there and don't quit. If I can change and you can change, then everybody can change. Rocky knew that to become a winner, he had to change his old ways. And then he met some real tough opponents and had to change even more. But he did it, and he says the truth. If he did it, then so can you. Until you start believing in yourself, you ain't going to have a life. So Rocky wasn't a psychologist, but even he knew that faith matters, that faith in oneself helps carry you through those hard times, and in fact, is instrumental to reach those higher plateaus of success. Every champion was a contender that refused to give up. Here, Rocky nailed it. He knew that no one is born a winner. It takes work and, yes, a lot of failure along the way. And he knew that you learn through failure as long as you reflect upon it, adjust, and improve. Winning is not automatic, but it does come with persistence. And this is my favorite quote: Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. This quote really reveals a lot about Rocky and the life he had growing up. He was born in the Hell's Kitchen section of New York and had some struggling years as an actor, saying that at one time he was even living out of his car. In truth, Sylvester Stallone himself knew about the hard life, and that is why he could make the transition onto the big screen. But wait, the best is yet to come. You see, outside the Rocky character, Sylvester Stallone himself is a very wise and accomplished man and has a lot to offer, especially for the youth of today. Here are 5 quotes he offers, and yes, they are quite good for both inspiration and motivation, and you have to admit, he was one of the most motivating characters of all time. In fact, I know several people that used his work to help them improve their lives. Don't give up. Beginning is always the hardest. He's right. For anything and everything, getting started is the roughest part. You are where you are because of the decisions you've made. The choice has always been yours to make. Either choose to be great or choose to be waste. And he's right here too. Man is a product not just of his environment, but of his choices. Good decisions gives us opportunities for success, and well, bad decisions shut doors to us and keep us stifled. For every guy, there's an opportunity to be better than he ever thought he could be. We can't all be the star of the team, but we can be the star in our own life. And that's where you have to set your goals. So here, Sylvester is really saying that you can be better than you ever thought, but not by daydreaming, but by getting out there and working for it. You know, daydreamers say that they could be president, but the truth is that by getting out there and working, you can be a mayor or even a senator. I believe that there's an inner power that makes winners and losers, and the winners are the ones who really listen to the truth of their hearts. The essence of the Rocky franchise was that he had heart, and he relied on his heart even more than brains or brawn, and he was rewarded for it, even at times when he knew he couldn't win. Take heart. Remember, the mind is your best muscle. Big arms can move rocks, but big words can move mountains. Sylvester knew that physical can only take you so far. The key to life is to use your brains, learn to think, and learn how to solve problems intelligently and rationally. That's the key to life. So, Rocky isn't just a boxing movie. As a matter of fact, that's the least value it brings. It's a movie about motivation, about inspiration, about love and friendship, about heart. And remember, as Rocky said, this is how winning is done. Hey, be safe, be well, and may God bless.